this a funny time to film?
The worst time.
We've just been talking for an hour about YouTube and working, and you just said that we've been living for our channel for the last 9 years.
It is our lives that we're filming, but I just don't want to live for our channel anymore, and I just want to live for me, and that's hard because we've turned our job into our lives and our lives into our job, and I don't think we can separate that, and I'm just exhausted.
My name's Elena, I'm from Western Australia.
We are definitely getting the cat. Very excited.
Who's he getting?
Elena, I'm gonna have a baby. Oh my god, right?
That's one thing that we've certainly tried to concentrate on, is acknowledging the shit times and how difficult it is to live on a boat, because it's really hard. And then 2 kids.
Every day is like such a challenge.
We are struggling to keep up.
Making videos and sailing at the same time is so
We've worked really hard to create this over the last 10 years.
This episode is set off the coast of Lombok, Indonesia, where we're currently sailing on a 35-foot sailboat. But it's also set perfectly in a series of episodes we've filmed over the past 9 years. 1 upload every week. 399 uploads of our lives, to be exact. And this week, we wanted to be raw and real about when these 2 settings inevitably collided.
Lenny, what happened? Okay, can you get her? You got it! Well done! And Darwin, don't do that again. Our boat was stocked with food for now, and there was nothing left to do before we set sail the following day, apart from dive with our friends who own the dive school here.
Ready? You do 3 deep breaths. 1, 2.
Lenny's swimming has improved further since we've been living on the ocean again. Darwin is now at the age Lenny was when he really started showing off. It'll be nice for Darwin to join us in diving soon. Super random, but I just wanted to mention that Chuchi, the dog we nursed back to better health, is doing great at the dog shelter. We know a lot of you were upset when we had to find her a land home because of her parasites and ringworms, etc. Anyway, she's happy.
According to John Heiser, who we did some training with in Charleston, the #1 reason for medical issue on board a sailing boat was mental health. So thank you so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. If you guys have seen an increase in the quality over the years, it is in no small part due to sponsors such as BetterHelp. So for those of you who are interested, just quickly, there is always a link in the description below. You get 10% off there with us. With BetterHelp, I think that the major thing for people to understand is that you can expect the same level of professionalism from them as you can with in-office therapy. Some more positives are that your therapist is hand-picked for you, it's cheaper, and the scheduling is more flexible. This really is the way that the world's headed, and especially for people living remotely. And I love it for that. You can talk to your therapist at any time via text, chat, phone call, or video call, and you just schedule a session when it's convenient for you. So again, you can get 10% off your first month with BetterHelp at betterhelp.com/sailing. So I'll link that in the description below, and when you click on the link, you'll be taken to the website, and there you just simply answer a few questions about your specific needs and preferences to get you underway. And again, thanks so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring the video. Okay, cool.
Good morning, everyone. My family is all still asleep. We've had the most incredible month here on this just beautiful island. Lenny's been in school, we've been diving, we've been riding our bikes around, we've been hanging out with old friends. It's just been magical. We've also taken the opportunity to slow down a bit, and it's been really good for us, probably Elena in particular. But what we're doing right now is slipping this mooring here in a massive current by myself whilst everyone sleeps without waking anyone up, unless they wake up from me turning the engine on, which will probably happen. It's about 15 minutes after the sun has risen. We have really reclaimed the morning. We're grandmas and grandpas. We've been going to bed at like 8:30, getting up at 5. A little embarrassing. Because this is a new boat, every time I do something I'm like really worried. There's a boat behind us here. I'm gonna have to drop this one, run down the back, kick it in gear, and go hard to starboard. There's a massive current coming through here. It's like look at the tension on this rope. I really hope that she kicks into gear and steers when I need her to. Come on, Calypto. Here goes nothing. We are in gear and we are turning. This is beautiful. We've been at it for a couple of hours now. The kids, Elena's entertaining the kids down here. They're playing with blocks, but it's good that they're busy and doing their thing. As I look around here, there must be at least 50 different boats with really beautiful sails. They're old, traditional looking Indonesian fishing boats that they're really using to get around. So they're going to be saving a lot of fuel by having them up. As I said earlier, there's a massive current running down here which is stirring up the sea life and creating a good ecosystem. I can tell by the amount of fishermen that there is out here that there's fish. And we're in between Bali and Lombok. If you get wind from the south, wind against current creates a massive problem. This and the point on the corner here are very notorious patches of ocean. Similar to the Gulf Stream or the Agulhas current, it can be really, really bad. For those of you that don't know, wind against current just causes really steep, horrible waves, which is unpleasant and then dangerous later on. So just made our way down the coast of Lombok here. There's a beautiful island over here. Gili Gede is our destination.
So we're going to come down here and around the corner, and the wind and waves that we've been experiencing along this whole trip, as we round the corner here, we'll be protected from all of them. I think Elena, we're gonna spend a couple of days here probably, reprovision the boat, fill it up with everything, and then we're going to go out and around this point over here, which is quite treacherous. Adam warned me about that place, and it's in the book, and yeah, we need to make sure that we're heading out there on the right day before we head around the south of Lombok, which is, it's like the Great Australian Bight. There's just cliff faces and Southern Ocean swell hitting the face here. It's why it's so good for surfing.
Where's your car?
Coming in here, it is absolutely stunning. This is just green mountains. I don't know, it's just really, really beautiful.
Gili Gede means big island, but at 4 kilometres long and 1.6 kilometres wide, it isn't really that big. It's known for being one of Indonesia's hidden gems, with dense forest, wildlife, and pristine beaches.
Doesn't really look like there's a rope.
That's the best we got.
Yeah. We just got the lay of the land from our friends over here on Speakeasy, Glenn and Carol. Very lovely people. I was worried about, you're always worried about the mooring balls. That's the first thing I said. They're like, oh, hey guys, how you going? I'm like, what's the state of the mooring balls here? And they said, well, as far as we know, they're pretty good. They're owned by the marinas, so I feel a lot safer. For those of you that aren't sailors, that's like leaving your house tied to a thing which has been installed by someone else and could rust away. Now we need to get some lunch because we haven't eaten today, and it would be good. I heard there's a pool here, but
It's so hot today, like one of the hottest. There's just no wind and it actually feels like I'm in Asia now.
you'll probably notice about here that Elena really hasn't been on camera. She'd been having panic attacks, some really uncharacteristic depression, and uncontrollable crying. I was really, really worried. We began to brainstorm the best plans for her and our family. So we started by removing all devices and all work responsibilities from her shoulders, including filming and being on film.
Fall in the water. He can't swim yet because he's still a baby. Yeah. Baby! You can go on me. Ow!
This is so cool. We've cut through a forest. There's apparently a place we can get some food up here. We just went through a real local little village there.
About here, I started to feel completely overwhelmed and physically sick. The kids and Riley were able to make me laugh at times, but either side of that was a pretty dark place.
Good dancing, Lenny.
Still wondering about the severity of my condition, we had one last attempt to shake things up. Nothing usually resets me like a run or a free dive.
This coral, there's just cowrie shells everywhere. This is stunning. We're about to go diving out there.
Being underwater has always been my happy place, a moment in time where I can slip away from everything. But in this moment, I felt less at peace and more like I was drowning in my own thoughts. I needed a break, a real one. I've never let go of my job before, and the idea absolutely terrified me. Riley and I talked at length about it, and it kept me up all night.
What's that?
Why are we staying here?
What do you mean?
Why are we staying here, Daddy?
Instead of going sailing again.
Mommy, we got a coffee for you.
Oh, thank you. I really need one.
How'd you sleep?
Been up since 3. Thank you so much.
What's happened, Elena?
Well, it rained a lot last night and the water is brown. It looks like we're in a river. What is that? Is that an animal? What is that? There's something under the surface there.
Crocodile?
Oh god.
Oh, God.
Oh god.
Crocodile.
Let's give it some oats.
Last night it just rained for hours and hours and hours. It's astonishing, the changing colour of the ocean that we're in. It's like we've been transported overnight onto a muddy bank from a turquoise ocean. It's like crazy.
I really don't want Darwin to fall in this water, hey?
Why?
I really
so
don't want
murky.
Darwin to fall in this water either.
If we put him in the water, he'll die and the crocodile will eat
Do you guys see
him.
the crab on the rope? Look at the rope down there. Do you see the crab?
Can you see the crab?
Oh, crab! Mommy.
No, baby.
Yucky crab! Maybe it was supposed to be like this all the time.
What?
It was like this all the time.
That's a profound statement, Lenny.
It was like this all the time.
Maybe. You think we slipped into another dimension?
Yeah.
Me too.
The crab.
The crab in the pineapple.
It's carrying the pineapple!
Eating the pineapple, yeah.
It's going. Oh. Oh.
He's trying to find the rope again, see? Wow, I never thought I would be here talking to you guys about burnout. I'm actually trembling right now, my eyes are still puffy. It's really hard just to even be here with you guys with the camera right now. The camera and the laptop has just become a complete trigger for me. I never thought this would happen to me. I think I've just been running on adrenaline and just my levels of cortisol must have been through the roof because I don't know how I was able to do all that I was doing, and it was just non-stop. I was just always on, and yeah, probably not living in the present enough. After 9 years of posting weekly videos and keeping up with it, only missing 2 videos in 9 years, it's just had a huge impact on my mental health, and I need a rest. This wasn't my choice. If it was up to me, I would have kept going, but I'm listening to my body, the panic attacks and severe anxiety, trembling, crying, what I think might be depression. We're yet to figure this out. So I'm just gonna take some time away from the camera. Really being out here is so good for me. I need this, I need to be in nature. I just wanna be present, be with the kids. But what we're actually going to do is we're gonna go back to Bali where I can get some help and we can figure out what the heck is wrong with me because I'm just not getting better. Yeah, that's the plan. I might even take some videos of this healing journey and figuring out what's going on for me mentally because I think it's important to talk about that. And yeah, if anyone's going through the same thing, know that you're not alone. Thanks for being here, and I'm wishing Riley all the best with the videos. He's going to be taking over for a while. Or I'm switching off, you guys.
So what is a wellness retreat? Last year, the non-profit Global Wellness Institute listed awareness and acceptance of mental health and its nuances as a top trend, reporting that more focused intervention programs like meditation, breathwork, and holistic practices continue to grow. In 2000, long before Elizabeth Gilbert's 2006 book Eat, Pray, Love became an international bestseller, the deeply spiritual and unique culture of Indonesia began to cultivate spiritual tourism by way of wellness retreats. The retreats often contain a triad of educational, therapeutic, and leisure activities. Global studies have shown wellness retreats lead to substantial improvements in multiple dimensions of a person's health and well-being, whilst they themselves are a form of sustainable tourism. In Bali, Pride in Wellness Retreats runs deep for the pro-environment, pro-local community, and pro-local economy values these retreats follow.
Shattered like a pane of glass, to the wind it scatters, and let's go at last.
So we've danced with Burnout at various points of our life. Hey Darwin. Hang on a sec, mate. But it's never been like this for Elena. When the things were happening, when I could see the way she was reacting to things, I could just tell as her life partner and business partner that she had had enough, and it was like really time to slow down. It was not a small thing, and it was a bit scary. It wasn't like, let's take her to the psych ward or anything like that, but it was just, look how stress manifests itself in a human body physiologically. One strange thing about that is I think if Elena can let go more and let the videos be not quite as good, and then we'll be more relaxed, and then the videos will be better, and ultimately it will actually be a good thing for you guys and especially for us. I do take a strange positive away from this whole experience, and I know for sure that Elena, when she comes back, she'll be rejuvenated and ready to get back into things again.
Hey guys, so I just wanted to update you all on the trip I just went on. It was so hard leaving the kids, but just from being away from everyone, I was really able to just realize more about what might be going on with me internally. And yeah, I think maybe I was suffering from chronic stress. I was just constantly in flight or fight mode. I would jump at the sound of someone dropping something tiny, like it was bad. And I think what's happened is I've burned out my spare battery, operating with no sleep and just getting on with it for all these years. It's going to be a work in progress to build that back, but I'm fully committed, and to be honest, I'm like grateful that this happened. I'm relieved it had to happen. I couldn't keep going how I was, and I can't believe my luck in a way. This has all happened here in Indonesia, or more specifically Bali, where it is the place to come and heal. There's a lot of memes about this place. I was just in full Julia Roberts mode in a wood. I was meditating, I did yoga, I did some breath work, which was incredible. I've done acupuncture, I'm seeing a Chinese herbal medicinist, and I did a bunch of blood work. And this was the most interesting for me because from the blood work, I actually found out that I have high levels of heavy metals in my blood, and I could actually see it up on the screen. The doctor said to me, this is actually quite concerning, you're on the higher end of toxicity levels. Heavy metals can affect your mental health and your personality, and it could be contributing to everything I've been feeling, just that chronic stress. So yeah, I'm gonna have to detox from these heavy metals. I'm on a bunch of supplements, and what's really nice is I haven't had any stress since I've been back with the boys and in this house. It's been 3 weeks now. And yeah, I've just learned that I'm going to have to separate myself more from work, not take everything to heart, and feel my job in my bones, because I do. I'm sure a lot of you out there are the same. From now on, I'm always going to be putting my health first. It really is the most important thing. Stress really can kill you. And I guess I wanted to share all of this. Like, it would have been so easy for us to not film any of this, but it's important. Just like my melasma journey, I want to share these things with you because they're real and it affects everyone, and we are normal people. Just a reminder that if you are suffering from stress and you don't know how you could possibly survive another day, you can do plenty of things just from your hometown or your city. A lot of it's free. Getting out in nature, exercising, meditating, eating right. And I just have to say, from this experience, I also realized how lucky we were with our sponsors, because I really am drinking athletic greens every day. I'm using Headspace. I have a therapist on BetterHelp. I feel really grateful and proud of Riley and I for building this community with you guys who are all legends, and our sponsors just being really strict with who we want to work with and who we don't. So I couldn't have a better foundation. I started work just the other day. I have inspiration to work. I didn't break down when I opened up my laptop. I really do think this is a fresh start, and I'm grateful for it. So yes, please look after yourselves, and if you have any more questions or you'd like to share your own healing journey, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Looking forward to getting back to this tiny little sailboat. Really. Thanks, guys.
Hey guys, we're down in the Abacos right now. We're preparing for our next charter.
We've had so much fun so far. We've had so many amazing guests, and we really enjoy sailing La Vagabond, so thank you guys for that.
Well, thanks for asking, guys. So many people have been asking us for sailing trips outside of the Bahamas, so we're going global. We're setting off to the Mediterranean after this season.
This summer we're organizing a flotilla with Navigare yachting charter in Greece. We will have 8 boats and we'll be sailing the beautiful Saronic Islands.
Flotillas are the best. It's a really social way to sail. It's going to be an absolute blast. But yeah, I'm very excited. We haven't even announced it yet, so this might be the first announcement. We've chartered an Ultramar 4X, which is the turbocharged version of La Vagabond, in the Saronic Islands as well, but we're holding a performance week there. So for anybody who wants to sail fast, who wants to learn spinnaker, trim, and really experience a really fun boat, that's going to be an awesome trip.
We also have a couple of private charters lined up in Croatia, and we'll be doing a little flotilla with friends there as well. We have a couple of surprises coming up soon with some new destinations, so we'll keep that a secret for now.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Yeah, we still have time in this season, so if anybody wants to come and sail La Vagabond, we still have time here, and if anybody wants to come and sail in the Mediterranean, we can host you, and you're going to have, the trip of a lifetime, I think. Anyway, great to catch up, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and can't wait to see the trimaran. It's going to be awesome.